So, over the weekend, an article showed up on the internet implicating low-salt diets as a cause for some cases of heart disease. Imagine that. This despite the fact that for decades, doctors have been telling patients about the importance of restricting or even eliminating table salt, even though we all love salt, we all crave salt, we all require salt for optimal functioning. Salt's important for the adrenal glands, it's important for the brain, it's important for all the cells of the body, and it's also important for the heart. According to this article, which is published on Science Daily, quote, a large worldwide study has found that contrary to popular thought, low-salt diets may not be beneficial and may actually increase the risk of cardiovascular disease, unquote. Now, if you've been listening to this program or been to Dr. Wallach's presentations or followed his work, this will come as no surprise. Doc's been talking about the importance of salt, putting lots of salt on your food for over 40 years. This doctor-promoted idea of avoiding salt and avoiding cholesterol, taking statin drugs, and ablating the heart electrically, literally electrically destroying portions of the heart or chemically destroying portions of the heart with prescription drugs. All of these medical strategies have done nothing to prevent heart disease, and ironically, according to this article, may actually be a cause of heart disease. But none of that matters because we don't have to listen. We don't have to listen to the doctors, and we can use nutrition to get much greater benefits for cardiovascular health than we can from any representative of the medical model. One of the important things that we can do is work on our digestive health, particularly how we digest and assimilate fats. If you feel uncomfortable after meals, or if you've had your gallbladder removed, or if you're one of the 100 million Americans dealing with compromised liver health, you may want to make sure you're using your digestive enzymes with all your meals, taking special care to make sure that you're getting bile salts and betaine HCl. You'll find those in your ultimate enzymes. This is especially important if you don't feel comfortable after you eat meals, after you eat fatty meals particularly. Get on your ultimate enzymes, which is a good source of all the lipase and proteases and digestive enzymes in addition to betaine HCl and bile salts. Take as many as you need to improve functioning. That's called functional dosing. Take as many enzymes as you need to improve the way you digest or process your food. They're not toxic at all. You can take as many as you need. You may need 3 digestive enzymes with your meals. You may need 4. You may need 5. Take whatever you need for your digestive symptoms to subside. You want to regard all discomfort after meals as a sign that you're not processing food correctly, and this can be a red flag for heart disease. And this is doubly true if you're already dealing with heart health issues or high blood pressure or sticky blood or blood clots. This is so important. If you have any circulatory health issues, if you have any cardiovascular problems, blood problems, heart problems, circulation problems, you got to correct digestive issues. Be vigilant, be watchful, treat gas and bloating and loose stools and constipations, whatever, as serious breakdowns in health, which they are. And they're not just serious breakdowns in digestive health, they're serious breakdowns in overall health, especially digestive health. There's this firm, well-described, and unfortunately unrecognized relationship between digestion and atherosclerosis, between digestion and blood clots, and between the digestive system and ultimately heart attacks and strokes. As far as blood clots go, digestive enzymes can actually act as a pharmacological treatment, as a drug-like treatment. They're not pharmacological, but they're pharmacological-like that will thin the blood. Blood-thinning drugs, the real prescription drugs for blood thinning, are really nasty drugs. Side effects include hives and swelling and pain and nausea, internal bleeding, especially internal bleeding in the digestive system, and blood thinner side effects are a leading cause of emergency room visits, and they're a leading cause of death for that matter. If you're worried about sticky, clogged blood, which can cause strokes and heart attacks, working on your digestive health is one of the most important things you could do. Long-term immune activation and inflammation is a great way for you to thicken your blood. When the immune system becomes activated, when food particles leak into the blood through a leaky gut, the blood is going to clot. And in addition to having digestive issues, autoimmune issues also put you at higher risk. If you're dealing with an autoimmune disease, if you're dealing with any immune disease, you're at higher risk for blood clots. And that means digestive enzymes. That means your ultimate enzymes for longevity. They can thin your blood as well as they can help you improve your digestion of foods. If you're going to use the digestive enzymes, by the way, for non-digestive purposes, say blood thinning, or for inflammation or for healing, which they're good for as well, make sure you take your ultimate enzymes without food. make sure you take them on an empty stomach. If you take your ultimate enzymes with food, the enzymes will help you digest your food. But if you take them on an empty stomach, you could use them for blood thinning, for inflammatory pain, or for accelerating the healing process post-surgery. There's also a really cool enzyme called nattokinase, which can be helpful for thinning the blood. And nattokinase is one of the active ingredients in my all-time favorite probiotic supplement, the Ultimate Nightly Essence. And this makes, the nattokinase makes this Ultimate Nightly Essence the best probiotic supplement you could ever use, in my humble opinion. In a study published in the journal Acta Haemologica, it was determined that nattokinase could be useful not only for treating clots once they form, but also for preventing them. And then, of course, you'll get those in your Ultimate Nightly Essence. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben, sitting in for Dr. Wallach today. 831-685-1080 is our priority line number. 888-379-2552, toll free. Got lines open for you. We'd love to hear from you on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. We'll take a quick break and come back with more good health information right after this. Don't go away. I'll be sitting in for the next 45 minutes or so with my good friend and colleague, Douglas Winfrey. Hello there, Doug.
Hello. Great to have you on, as usual. And I saw this article in Fox News, and I thought immediately of both you and Dr. Wallach. And the headline reads, "Healthy living could prevent half of cancer deaths." Say, following a healthy lifestyle, which includes maintaining healthy weight, exercising regularly, refraining from smoking, may prevent cancer. New study finds, they said, healthy lifestyle choices are choices could be prevented, could be potentially prevent 20 to 40% of cancer cases and about half of cancer deaths. His study was published in the journal American Medical Association Oncology, and they say a different study last year found that majority of cancers are caused by random mutations in DNA and suggest that therefore these cases were unpreventable, thus it's the patient's fault. They say new findings, however, strongly support the argument that a large portion of cancers are due to environmental factors and can be prevented by lifestyle modification, according to Dr. Ming-Yang Song, research fellow in epidemiology at Massachusetts General Hospital, and Dr. Edward Giovancucci, and an associate professor of medicine at Harvard Medical School. In the study, Song and Giovancucci looked at more than 2 decades of data, and that was 136,000 white men and women. This was all part of the Nurses' Health Study, or the Health Professionals Follow-Up Study. They all regularly responded with surveys about their lifestyles, and researchers put them in 2 groups, low-risk group and a high-risk group, based off their lifestyle. They say high-risk group did not follow a healthy lifestyle. They defined a healthy lifestyle as never or no longer smoking, never drinking alcohol, or drinking moderately, which is 1 drink a day for women, 2 for men. And also specified a BMI between 18.5 and 27.5, exercise regularly. They saw that as 150 minutes of moderate exercise or 75 of vigorous exercise per week. Found that women in the high-risk group were 25% more likely to get cancer, 48% more likely to die from it compared to the low-risk women. And then for the men, they said that the high-risk group, men were 33% more likely to get cancer, 44% more likely to die from cancer than the men in the low-risk group. They say healthy lifestyle can prevent 40 to 70% of cancers, the researchers estimate. Study only included white men and women. However, they say all healthy lifestyle factors indeed included in the study have been shown to decrease cancer risk in diverse ethnic groups. So there you go. Both you and Doc vindicated. I know.
I've been saying it for years. Doc's been saying it for decades. From Journal of Pharmaceutical Research, this is one of my favorite cancer articles, 2008. This is 2008. This was 6 years or 7 years ago. Cancer is a preventable disease that requires major lifestyle changes. Check this out, Douglas. This is from the Journal of Pharmaceutical Research, September 2008. Only 5 to 10% of all cancer cases can be attributed to genetic effects, whereas the remaining 90 to 95% have their roots in the environment and lifestyle. According to a guy named Craig Venter, I don't know if you ever heard of him, he's considered to be a genetic savant, one of the great geniuses of DNA and genetics. Check this out. Everybody talks about the genes. This is a quote. Everybody talks about the genes that they receive from their mother and father for this trait or another. But in reality, those genes have very little impact on life outcomes. Genes are absolutely not our fate, unquote. Where have you heard that before, Douglas? Doc has a whole book on
Wallach,
that.
yeah.
It's a whole book on it called Epigenetics. And
well, you
people
know,
laugh.
the two guys that discovered the human helix have recently come out and said that that all this work on genetics is just worthless.
Isn't that crazy? And we're still convinced, the average person is still convinced that they're this way or that way, or they have this trait or that trait because of heredity.
It happens on this show every day. People call up and they go, "Oh, I've got type 2 diabetes, but it runs in my family."
It runs in my family. You know why people think that, though, is because they're told that by their medical professionals, who unfortunately don't know much either. And this kind of information is in the literature. This is not something that Doc just pulled out of thin air, or I pulled out of thin air. This is hardcore science, folks. Journal of Pharmaceutical Research, September 2008. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben, along with Doug Winfrey. Doug, this is from the National Cancer Institute, the NIH, National Institute of Health, National Cancer Institute. Scientists have studied many additives, nutrients, and other dietary components for possible associations with cancer risk. Here's a pretty interesting list. Charred meat. Have you guys ever talked about this? Charred meat? Doc puts this on his top 10 list of
Yep. Doc says if you
foods.
eat burnt meat, that increases your risk of cancer by 400%.
Isn't that interesting? And we all like our barbecued meat, but it turns out that chemicals...
It doesn't have to be charred. I don't know
so
who's
tasty,
cooking I don't know who's cooking your barbecue, but mine isn't burnt.
No crispy. You don't like that crispy kind?
I smoke all my meats, and so they don't.
Oh, you
have
smoke
all
your
the,
meat. Yeah. You don't do barbecued meat?
Very rarely.
Okay. All right. How's this one? Artificial sweeteners. Studies have been conducted on the safety of several artificial sweeteners, and even though there's no clear evidence, there is an association with cancer risk, as it turns out, and that includes saccharin, aspartame, or NutraSweet, and cyclamate. I know I haven't seen cyclamate for a while, but something called acesulfame and sucralose are all associated with an increased risk of cancer. Of course, check this out. Fluoride in water. That may be a risk factor for cancer. As far as protection goes, cruciferous vegetables, your broccolis and kale and Brussels sprouts, green tea. We talked about that last time.
I've got a theory on those cruciferous vegetables. In recent years, we have had an increase in people showing up with low thyroid. In fact, it affected my own sister. And if you stop and think about it, nowadays when you go out to restaurants and you get an entree that comes with steamed vegetables, what is it 99.9% of the time? It's cauliflower and or broccoli, and in salads they're real big on kale nowadays. And I think that people are consuming so much of these, they're getting so much of these sulforaphane into their diet that it's depressing their thyroid function.
What about fluoride in the water? What about tap water?
We don't have that where I live.
You don't have tap water? Are you drinking well water?
Well, we don't have fluoride they don't put it in the water here.
In Santa Cruz?
Nope.
Oh, clever.
Unless they snuck it in the middle of the night.
That's some nasty stuff in the tap water. Fluoride's
it's a byproduct from making aluminum.
And it's a prescription drug, even.
In fact, I saw a thing on television just the other day that where Alcoa had their original main big plant, like back in the turn of the century. They were making fluoride, making aluminum, and they were just dumping all this byproduct, into these big pools and stuff. Well, it seeped into the groundwater, and they started noticing, this one doctor started noticing that all the people in the town, their teeth were turning brown. But the side effect that he noticed was the enamel was like super, super strong, and these people didn't get cavities, and that's where it all came from.
How interesting is that?
It was by accident that this one doctor noticed that these people were drinking water that had these byproducts from making aluminum in their groundwater because it had seeped in because of the company not taking care of business. And sure enough, that's why now they're mass medicating Americans across the country.
And it's a dumbing agent to boot. Have you ever have you noticed that people seem to be getting a little bit slower and slower and slower?
I thought it was the school system.
I thought it might have something to do with the fluoride, not to mention the cancer risk and also the thyroid problems too. Fluoride deposits itself in the thyroid and also in the pineal gland, which is considered to be the body's master gland. There's so many reasons why you don't want to use fluoride and why you don't want to put fluoride in the water. If you are stuck in a city, and most of us are, where they put fluoride in the tap water, drink distilled water. That's my advice. All right. Who's first on the line, Douglas?
All right, let's head to Josephina in California.
Josephina,
Hi.
what's going on?
Hi. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
I have a lady, she's 75 years old, and she weighs 120 pounds. She has a tumor, a 1.2-pound tumor in her left kidney.
Kidney?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so you got
she
that's
recently went to the doctor, and they told her that the name of her tumor is retroperitoneal sarcoma.
Well, it doesn't. That's just technicalities. If she's got a kidney tumor, she's got some serious problems here. It doesn't really matter what kind.
And they told her that if she has a surgery, it's 50-50 to survive. So they don't know what to do.
Well, here's the deal. She's 75 years old, and the tumor doesn't just magically appear. So chances are she's been not paying attention to her health, unfortunately, for a long time. It takes a lot for a 1.5 pound kid. Did you say 1.5 pounds?
Yeah, that's what.
Oh my gosh.
1.2 pounds. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that takes a lot of work to get a tumor like that, and that's many years of abusing the body or of not doing the right thing for the body. First of all, what I'd be doing is getting on the Healthy Start Pack. Make sure she gets her basic nutrients, and that'd probably be thrown in the Ultimate Daily. Next thing you want to do is keep her blood sugar under control. These are just too. Yeah, I'm sure she has diabetes because first of all, when you're 75 years old, if you haven't been paying attention to health, it's very difficult to have stabilized blood sugar, just the way we eat, just the way our culture is structured, between bread and cereal and fruits and desserts and all the foods that we're even told are good foods, namely cereal grains and pasta and potatoes, etc. It's very hard not to be a diabetic. In any case, working on our blood sugar is very important because cancer loves sugar. And this is true for anybody who's dealing with cancer or anybody who wants to prevent cancer. Making sure you're keeping your blood sugar stable and keeping your intake of anything that spikes your blood sugar down to zero tolerance, ideally, but just down to a minimum. You don't want blood sugar spikes. This is why one of the most important of the longevity products is the Sweeties. The Sweeties help stabilize the blood sugar because it contains nutrients that help your body process sugar. So making sure she's using her Sweeties in addition to keeping her blood sugar stable. I'm not going to kid you here, though. If she's got a 1.5 pound tumor and she's 75 years old, this is not cures for cancer. These are things that you have to do to help make the body strong. And this is a very important point. When we have cancer, our main goal should be to make the body strong. Now, this is true even if we don't have cancer. This is true for everybody. But if you have a life-threatening disease, the job of a good nutritional program or an alternative medicine program is not to kill the disease. It's not to miraculously cure the disease. It's to make the body strong, to make the patient feel more comfortable, and to help the body do the work of detoxification and fighting whatever the health challenge may be. And you do that with a basic good nutritional supplement program and then by basic lifestyle choices specifically around diet. So keeping her blood sugar stable by restricting or eliminating her intake of sugars, caloric restriction. Calories represent work for the body. And I'm not just talking about Josephine's patient or client here. I'm talking about everybody. These are strategies that we can all use to prevent cancer and that we can all use to strengthen our body if we do have cancer so our body can take care of this. Spontaneous remissions occur. That is, remissions from even stage 4 cancer do occur. So we know that the body is capable of dealing with cancer. But in order for it to deal with cancer, it has to have the resources that it needs, not only in terms of what we're putting into the system, but also in terms of what we're not putting into the system. Caloric restriction, that is restricting calories, eating less food, allows the body to conserve resources so that it can use the resources for fighting the disease. What would you rather do? Digest your food or fight disease? The less food you eat, the longer you live. The less food you eat, not only is it easier for the body to fight cancer, but did you know that your chemotherapy will actually work better when you eat less food?
Let's head to Brooke, Virginia, and Rose, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hi, Dr. Fuchs. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. How you doing?
Good. I've been diagnosed with bipolar illness and schizophrenia.
Okay.
And I take 3 medications.
What do you take?
I take Celexa, Lamotrigine, and Abilify.
Okay. What was the first one you said?
Celexa. That's
okay. Got it.
Antidepressant.
Okay. I'm going to tell you something very interesting. Rose, I'm going to tell you something very interesting that probably nobody has ever told you. Do you know that there's a very, very important relationship between the health of your intestine and the health of your brain?
No, I didn't know that.
I know. Nobody tells you that. And I've seen this work I've seen this work firsthand because I used to be a pharmacist in mental health facilities. I practiced psychopharmacy when I first graduated from pharmacy school, and I used to see some dramatic things happen when people did made just a couple of tweaks in their diet, specifically reducing their intake of processed foods and sugar, and secondly, getting on a good probiotic supplement. So a couple things you're going to want to do right away. All right. And this will help you wean yourself off your drugs, and it will help your drugs work more effectively. Number one, you want to start paying very close attention to your digestive symptoms and how your body reacts to specific foods. Foods that cause gas or bloating or to digest. I know you got to have these problems. Digestive discomfort. Does this sound familiar, Rose?
Yes.
Okay, almost all schizophrenic patients have these kinds of problems. And for some reason or another, nobody's making this connection. So you want to associate your digestive symptoms to specific foods and then eliminate those foods. And it would help you to write things down. That's called a food diary. Write down everything you eat, and when you notice that a specific food causes a specific problem, eliminate that food. Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start to make sure you're using nutrients that help support digestive health. I'm going to give you 3 very important ones. Number 1, the Ultimate Nightly Essence probiotics. You want to take 9 of them a day. Number 2, your Ultimate Enzymes. You want to take 3 or 4 with every meal. And number 3, the Fucoid Z, which isn't a specific digestive support supplement, but can have some really dramatic effects on supporting the strength of the intestinal lining to prevent leaky gut syndrome. That's about 3 capsules 3 times a day, around 9 capsules a day. Next thing you want to do is you're going to make sure you're sipping on your Beyond Tangy Tangerine all day long. There's also a very important relationship between the B vitamins and brain health. I call the B vitamins your brain vitamins. And the Beyond Tangy Tangerine is loaded with all kinds of stuff, but it's especially high in the B vitamins. You also want to get on the new Ultimate Niacin product. This is a really, really neat product. It's made with timed release niacin and a high dose of it. Niacin's got wonderful benefits for the heart and wonderful benefits for the skin and for the digestive tract, but it's especially important for brain health. And you need a lot of niacin. You get a little bit in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, but you won't get the kind of doses that you'll get if you start using the Ultimate Niacin. It's 500 milligrams of time-release niacin. Do 1 of them a day. Make sure you're doing the Healthy Start Pack, and then the last thing you want to do is your Ultimate Selenium, which can also have some very helpful effects for brain health. And then I should say one more thing is the Sweeties product. That'll help your body stabilize sugar. So look for digestive health problems and then eliminate foods that are associated with digestive issues. Stabilize your blood sugar. Keep your intake of processed foods and sugar down. Use your Sweeties. And don't forget the Fucoid Z. And don't forget about digestive support supplements like the Ultimate Enzymes and your Ultimate Nightly Essence. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it. Hope we helped you out, Rose. Who's next on the line, Doug?
Let's head to New York. And Ken, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Ken.
Hi, Ben. I'm calling for Joyce, who lives in Nova Scotia.
Okay.
We were supposed to do a conference call, but that didn't work, so
okay.
I'll ask questions for her. Her number 1 question for herself is she's obese and she has high blood pressure.
Okay.
She's 5'8", 245 pounds.
Okay.
She's 68 years old.
Okay.
And she's taking meds for high blood pressure.
Okay. Well, good news is if she's 68 years old and she's 5'8" and 100, did you say 245?
245, yes.
Yeah. Then she's got a nice, strong life force, because she shouldn't. That's a lot of burden on a body. And for her to be 68 years old and be carrying that much weight, that says that she's got a lot of life energy, and that's a good thing. So here's what you want to do. You want to treat her like she's a diabetic. The hypertension goes along with the obesity, and they're both signs of something called metabolic syndrome, which is basically an insulin resistance issue. So you want to treat her as if she's a type 2 diabetic, which she is. And that means, number 1, get her on the Sweeties. Number 2, make sure she's using her the entire Healthy Start Pack. Number 3, get her on the Ultimate Selenium product. And then number 4, get her on the Ultimate Niacin product that we just talked about. You also want to have her eating more protein and less carbohydrates, less bread and pasta and cereal. And the way to do that is to kind of shift her over into more protein. And that's where the Keto FX products come in. If she wants to snack, she can use the Keto FX bar. She can also use the Keto FX meal replacement instead of the bread and the pasta and the potatoes, which if she's like 99.9% of us, she's hooked on. Probably if she's obese like that, then almost guaranteed she's got a problem with those kinds of foods, and that's where more protein comes in. In addition to the components of the Healthy Start Pack will also help her, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, as well as the Ultimate EFAs and the Osteo FX. One last thing that you might want to have her do is relaxing the body. This can have a very beneficial effect on high blood pressure. Just sitting on the couch and practicing slow, deep breathing. Maybe get some massage or Reiki or body work, hot showers, hot tubs. All of these have a nice relaxing effect on the body. And in addition to the supplements like the Ultimate Niacin and the Sweeties and the Healthy Start Pack, that will have a very beneficial effect on her hypertension, on her high blood pressure, and also help her lose weight. Do you know we gain weight when we're under stress? Cortisol, which is the body's stress hormone, has a net effect of releasing sugar from the liver, raising our blood sugar, not only increasing the likelihood that we'll go into diabetes, but also increasing the chances that we're going to put on weight. So by relaxing the body, not only will that provide a beneficial effect on her circulation and on her blood pressure, but also have a beneficial effect on her weight. Thanks so much for your call. Hope we helped you. Let's see if we get one more call in before our break, Douglas.
All right, let's head to Nashville, Tennessee. And Tom, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Ben, I just got a question about a friend I've been trying to help. He just had about 3 weeks ago, a month ago, had surgery removing part of his intestine, about 18 inches. And I guess as a result, they tell him of the anesthesia, his bladder has not woken up. In other words, he can't urinate on himself by himself. It's been on, it's had to have a catheter. And
how long has it been?
It's been 6 weeks, somewhere in that area.
And they're telling you his bladder hasn't woken up for the anesthesia in 6 weeks?
Right. Well, in other words, I guess they say it's kind of one of the side effects of the anesthesia. And just a matter of
I'm not sure if I would be buying that, but that doesn't sound right to me. They'll tell you anything. I don't know if I necessarily buy that. Is how the guy can't be all that healthy? I'm assuming, right? He's got to have some other health challenges.
It was not that bad, but I mean, a lot of foods. Been on gluten pretty much whole life.
Okay.
He is 75 years old.
Okay. All right. Here's what you're going to do. Get him on the Healthy Start Pack right away. That's always the first thing you want to do. Sipping on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, making sure he's using 9 of the Ultimate EFAs every day, and then using the Osteo FX. I would also throw in the Ultimate Niacin. I would also be using the Ultimate Nightly Essence Probiotics, 3 capsules 3 times a day. Have him use the Ultimate Enzymes with all his meals, 2 or 3, with all his meals, as well as a little bit of apple cider vinegar. That always helps the Ultimate Enzymes work. And then make sure he's doing something which we talked about earlier in the program called caloric restriction. That is restricting his intake of calories, eating only when he absolutely needs to eat. And when he does eat, have him do as much liquid foods as possible. We want to reduce the work that the intestine has to do. You don't want him to be spending too much of his precious nutritional resources on digestion, especially if he's already got a compromised digestive system. And that means bone soup, chicken soup, and vegetable juices. Have him get a Vitamix and grind up vegetables and do fresh vegetable juices. And don't forget to sip on that Beyond Tangy Tangerine, a wonderful source of dense nutrition that's easy for the body to process. Thanks for your call. Hope we helped you out. We got to take a break, and we'll come back with more good health information and your phone calls. All right, we are back on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. Pharmacist Ben here. 831-685-1080 is our priority line number. 888-379-2552 toll free. Who's next on the line, Doug?
All right, let's head to Salinas, California. And Teresa, you're on with Dr. Wallach. Or actually, Pharmacist Ben today.
Hey, Teresa.
Hi. Thank you for taking my call. I have a friend that was in the hospital for 4 weeks. And he was diagnosed with sepsis, severe sepsis. And now he's out of the hospital, but he has stomach pain, and they told him that he has like a cyst in his pancreas.
Oh, gosh. How old is he?
he is about 36 years
Oh,
old.
my goodness. Oh, my goodness. He's a young guy. Well, that's good news. The fact that he's young, well, it's good news and bad news. It's bad news because he's too young for all this stuff to happen, and it's good news because when you're young like that, you can turn it around pretty darn quickly. First of all, he's got a food problem, okay? Now, the sepsis was probably a bacterial condition. They call it bacterial sepsis. Sepsis means dirty blood, by the way. That's just a fancy medical term for dirty blood. And dirty blood is really ultimately the cause of all chronic degenerative long-term health crises. So he's not alone in this. We got to clean the blood. The best way to clean the blood is to work on the digestive system. The fact that he's got a cyst on his pancreas tells me that his pancreas is overworked, is somehow being burdened. So, and pancreas is also a digestive organ. So all roads are leading to the digestive system with your friend here. The good news, and also the digestive pain, of course, or the pain in his belly, is also a sign of a digestive problem. So what he wants to do is start to keep track of all of his foods. In fact, even before he does that, I would do a Swero V cleanse. Swero V cleanse is when you use half a bottle of Swero V every hour for 12 to 24 to 48 hours. That's 1 to 2 days, even up to 3 days, actually. You just don't eat any food. You fast, and all you do is a half a bottle of Swero V every hour. At the end of 3 days, he's going to feel a lot better. And then when he starts eating again, what he wants to do is write down everything he eats, every morsel of food that he eats, and then how he feels every couple of hours after he eats that food. That's called a food diary. And then what he's going to do is start to eliminate foods that cause specific problems: constipation, loose stools, diarrhea, heartburn, gas, bloating, whatever it is. And he's going to want to link those symptoms to specific foods and then eliminate those foods. That's called the elimination diet. Simultaneous with all of this, he's going to want to do the Healthy Start Pack, sipping on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, and then using the digestive support supplements, particularly the Ultimate Nightly Essence Probiotics, 3 capsules 3 times a day, the Ultimate Enzymes with all of his meals, 3 or 4 capsules with all of his meals, and then I would throw the Fucoid Z in there, which, as I said earlier, is not necessarily specifically designed for the digestive tract, but it can have wonderful benefits, not just for the digestive tract, but also for the blood. It can help improve circulation and help improve the health of the blood as well. 9 capsules a day, 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, 3 at night. I would also throw in some of the Ultimate Niacin for a couple of reasons. Number one, the Ultimate Niacin will help him with his circulatory system. It'll help improve blood flow, but it'll also help his body process sugar, and it sounds to me like he's got a sugar problem. In addition to the Ultimate Niacin, he wants to use a little bit of the Sweeties as well, probably 2 or 3 capsules with all of his meals. Focus on digestive health. That's where it sounds like the problem is coming from. And last but not least, in addition to the Swero V cleanse and the fasting, practicing general caloric restriction. That's been the theme for today's program, restricting his calories, only eating when he absolutely needs to eat. I know that sounds almost silly, only eating when you need to eat, but so many times we don't eat because we need to eat. We eat for emotional reasons, psychological reasons, because it's convenient to eat, because it's time to eat. He can no longer do that if he's got these kinds of health problems at the age of 36. Let's focus on the digestive system, use the Healthy Start Pack and all the digestive supplements that we talk about all the time on this program, and we've talked about a lot today. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it. Let's see if we get one more call in before break.
No time.
That's all the time we have for today. Sorry if we left you on hold. I'm Pharmacist Ben, sitting in for Doc and for Doug Winfrey and for all the folks at the ZBS Radio Network. If you are interested in checking out the longevity products, please call your longevity rep. Folks, I've been doing this now for 18 years, and I can't tell you the number of people that I've seen change their lives, feel better, feel stronger, reverse chronic degenerative diseases by using the longevity products. And of course, if you're interested in the longevity business, likewise, check in with your longevity rep. You can make some money selling longevity products and help change the world while you're making a little bit of money. How cool is that? Look, how many businesses can you say, or how many businesses can say that you can make money while you help change and improve lives? Not a lot of them, but that's what we're all about at Longevity. All right, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for listening, friends. Have yourselves a beautiful, awesome, spectacular day. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWorks disinfecting spray is EPA FDA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. Stand by. Pull out your paper and pencil for your local number to order PureWorks.
The antioxidants found in many fruits and vegetables are known to help support and promote good health. Research has also shown that dark chocolate, once known as the food of the gods, is rich in healthy nutrients. In fact, dark chocolate is higher in antioxidant content than any other food. Youngevity has combined a proprietary blend of velvety rich dark chocolate with whole fruit pulp and whole fruit juice extracts from mangosteen, goji or wolfberry, acai berry, and cherry, along with vitamins and minerals, producing a smooth, rich, delectable concentrate called Cocogevity. It tastes so great, I sometimes drink it right out of the bottle or pour it over ice cream. Cocogevity is highly bioavailable, meaning your body will absorb and make use of all of these healthy nutrients. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
In recent years, several studies have discovered the healthy benefits of drinking coffee. Youngevity has now taken it a step further with an entire product line of healthy coffees from Youngevity's JavaFit line of top-shelf gourmet coffees. All JavaFit coffees are made from 100% premium, hand-selected Arabica coffee beans grown in the finest regions of Latin America, all carefully roasted, creating a delicious, rich, full-bodied flavor. If you're looking to lose weight, try JavaFit Diet Plus 62, a high-energy, gourmet coffee fortified with a blend of nutrients such as gambosia, citrus, and an extra shot of caffeine to pump up energy and help achieve a healthy weight. Unlike most diet drinks, you won't taste a difference. But for this to work, you can't load your coffee with cream and sugar. Contact your local Youngevity distributor to get Jovolution coffees. And don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewable, and besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities. Imagine a rich, decadent chocolate that's actually good for you. Youngevity's Triple Treat chocolate is just that, an antioxidant-rich dark chocolate complete with probiotics to aid in proper digestion. This all-natural product contains no preservatives, and for those with dietary restrictions, it's gluten-free, dairy-free, glycemic-friendly, and kosher certified. Not only does Triple Treat dark chocolate taste fantastic, it contains super antioxidant blueberries to absorb free radicals with an ORAC value of 16,936 per piece. Triple Treat chocolate also contains a proprietary blend of probiotics with over 500 million live healthy bacteria per 8 grams at the time of manufacture, with 80% reaching the intestines, which is much more than most live culture yogurts. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Through his research as a veterinarian, Dr. Joel Wallach discovered that most health problems afflicting livestock can be prevented and even reversed. Many of these same health challenges also occur in humans. These too can be prevented and reversed. Doc's original formula, called the pig arthritis formula, alleviated all arthritis symptoms in animals. The same basic formula has been developed for humans, called the Pig Pack, which includes plant-derived minerals, a multiple vitamin complex, glucogel, and EFAs. Add to that Youngevity's OsteoFX Plus, a proprietary blend of liquid calcium, magnesium, and glucosamine. Now you have the Pig Pack Plus to make up the 90 essential nutrients Dr. Wallach has identified as necessary for sustained good health and longevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities. But with all the products out there, what exactly are they talking about? The Mighty 90 is 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 60 plant-derived minerals, and 2 essential fatty acids. So now you know. But with all the products you see and hear advertised, what exactly do you buy to come up with the Mighty 90 and the right ratios to promote good health? Youngevity has made it easy with the Healthy Start Pack, which contains 1 canister of Beyond Tangy Tangerine Vitamin and Plant-Derived Mineral Complex, 1 bottle of Bone and Joint Enriching OsteoFX Plus, and 1 bottle of EFA Plus Essential Fatty Acids, all in the proper ratios to promote good health and vitality. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
In recent years, several studies have discovered the health benefits of drinking coffee. Youngevity has now taken it a step further with an entire product line of healthy coffees from Youngevity's JavaFit selection of top-shelf gourmet coffees. All JavaFit coffees are made from 100% premium hand-selected Arequipa coffee beans grown in the finest regions of Latin America. All carefully roasted, creating a delicious, rich, full-bodied flavor. Try JavaFit's Immune Plus, a full, robust coffee blend combined with the immune-supporting benefits of echinacea and the full-spectrum daily requirement of vitamins and minerals. Boost your immune system every day with JavaFit's Immune Plus multivitamin coffee. Available in 30-count single cup or 24-count single pot packs. Contact your local Youngevity distributor to get Javalution coffees. And don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunities.